Hello and welcome back to another video for the Insurgence League. This is week 6, I think, against Ben and his Edmonton Aegis Flash. Um, I haven't said this in previous videos, but like timestamp to the battle is always in the description, as well as a link to my server and the a download link for Insurgents in case that is like it helps me probably. Everything is in the description that you might need. And if my opponent has like a channel, I'll plug them there too. I don't really care. Um, my opponent has a pretty scary team, and the week I was playing him, I was pretty busy. So yeah, I prepped at school, and this is what happened. When I prep at school, uh, well, I had plenty of time to be honest, but whatever. Okay, my opponent's team is H-Slash, Sylveon, Amoonguss, Jolteon, Tangrowth, Delta, Delta Sliggoo, Mega Alligator, Zendarm, Delta Darm, Flygon, and Miltank. Um, if you are wondering what the hell Zendarm is doing, uh, I allowed Zendarm with Sheer Force, and that makes it insanely strong. And there is pretty much no switching. Like Spadef, Delta Snorlax with Thick Fat might get to it TO'd. I'm not sure. Because I will need to be fast after this game for Alligator. And that thing is really, really, really scary. Okay, so first of Age Slash. Also, I have made some transactions, so I don't really remember what I had previously. So I brought none of the mons I'm dropping. So I'm not even gonna consider the mons I don't have anymore because I don't have them on any dock anymore. So, like when evaluating what is a threat and what isn't a threat. Um, so H slash is real scary. H slash it's scary, but it it's annoying for Mew. It hits Mew very hard. Hits everything pretty hard, but there are some things that can definitely take a hit or two from it. Like Scizor probably takes a hit or two. Snorlax, Muck, Mellow. I don't know if Mellow lives a hit, but I know Mellow kills it almost from full, which is insane. And like it's scary if things get weakened, and I don't have the best steel. Well, I do have a really good steel resist, but like I do steel resist, but not steel plus ghost resist. Um, so it can and it's stupid bulky in shield form, and I don't like age size in general. But it's 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 annoying to do it. Oh, lamp, lamp, light. Then there was light. Sylveon is also scary because it gets Mystical Fire, and I have a Scizor as my Steel type. Okay, I'll also have Delta Mega Typhlosion, but that's not really my Steel type. Neither is Scizor really. I don't really have a Steel type to be fair. But Sylveon is kind of scary. I don't have a Specs switch in um, at all. Like it's really hard. Uh, but I can definitely beat it with my own mons. With Meloetta deals a shit ton to it. Um, Scizor beats it most of the time, unless like Oka lives Mystical Fire any time. Uh, like Serp doesn't really deal with it, but Snorlax and Mach kind of deal with it always. So it's definitely something that my team can handle, but it can be really scary, like really offensive, and it comes in alright mons. Then Among Us is really annoying, like really really annoying. Like my Spore switching doesn't really exist. Like Scizor is kind of a wait, I never mind. I do have a Spore switching, like a Muck, kind of walls it always. Delta Muck with the Sap Sipper, immune to Spore, immune to Giga Drain, resist Sludge Bomb. It doesn't really care in general. Scizor is really good resist, but it might carry HP Fire, and Spore still puts it to sleep. and then Snorlax is just sludge bombs, which will hurt regardless, but it can't put me to sleep, I guess. But it's just really annoying to play around and with Regenerator and all that. It's just annoying, and I don't like Among Us. It's just fat and annoying, and it just sits there and puts things to sleep, and you have to play around it carefully. And I don't know. I don't know. Among Us is gonna be annoying. Then there's Jolteon. Jolteon is fast, but I have a ground type that doesn't really care. I also have like I, I have two ground types, I think, Claydol, but I yeeted Claydol, so I don't really but I had two ground types. I had a Mega that's immune to electric pre-Mega. Um, I have a Snorlax, it doesn't really touch anything. Like, it does outspeed everything, but it doesn't hit everything that hard, and it's like unreliable and eh. Then there's a Delta Tangrowth. Delta Tangrowth ground fighting type. I don't know if I'm that impressed by it in general, but it's I don't know exactly what it does. I think it's a rocker. It's annoying defensive rocker. This guy's for recovery, if I recall correctly. Uh, Deals with um, Typhlosion, kinda. Like, I still do a ton of damage to it. Rain shreds it. Scizor, Muk can beat it. Snorlax absolutely destroys it. Like, I don't know exactly why this game. Like, Meloetta also just kills it. I'm not sure why this game. Like, Mew kills it too. Like, I'm not sure why that was here. Why it would come if it came. Like, I'm saying that this is post. So I know that it came, but I don't know why it came at all. Um, Delta Sliggoo, it could be an annoying water resist for my Surf and Fracture, but like besides that, it's not that useful. It's not that bulky. It loses its item to Eviolite, and I can knock it with like half my team. So yeah, I'm not sold on Sliggoo. Probably won't come. Mega Feraligatr though is like the biggest threat besides Darmanitan, but I think I can shut it down once. After that, it becomes a huge problem. Uh, and the plan is to not let it get up a dragon dance more than once, because if it does, I lose. So I'll get back to Mega Feraligatr, but just insanely strong. Again, like Dragon Dance, Earth, Earthquake, like just Dragon Dance, like Liquidation, and Liquidation plus Aerial Ace. I expect to run Aerial Ace for my lags, so like Liquidation, Aerial Ace kind of just destroys my entire team, and I don't want to deal with it, but you know. And I can still run like Ice Punch for my Muck, because I could be Water Absorb, although Sap Sipper is my favorite choice of the two, usually, apparently. Like, I really expected Water Absorb would be a lot better, but Sap Sipper is just so good. Um, then Zendarm. Zendarm kills everything, I have nothing. It's slow though, so I can outspeed it with a lot of my mons, but my team is also like either really fast or really slow, and like it could outspeed like Scizor, it could outspeed like uh what Claydol, I think. Like it's like base 60 or something. I don't know. What's its base speed? Darmanitan Zen mode. Its base speed stat is 55. So it doesn't naturally outspeed Scizor. It does naturally outspeed Muk and Snorlax and mons that aren't on my team anymore. Maybe. I don't think I dropped anything that's slow. No, so it doesn't outspeed that much naturally, but it eats hits and kills in return. So switching into that thing is like not possible. You just stack something every time. Um, then there's Delta Darmanitan. It's scary. It's a dark ghost type. It hits hard. I'm not entirely sure what does this ghost things. I don't have a ghost resist, but Aegislash also already a scary ghost. Um, what do I have a normal type on my entire team? Um, I don't think I did. I don't think I had a normal type on my team. Uh, I'm just gonna say I didn't, because I don't remember it. No, I didn't have a normal type on my team. So I didn't have a ghost resist, so like really strong ghost moves could hurt a lot. Um, and like just the dark type in general make Mew pressures Mew a bit more. So I could definitely see the Ramsden coming. Flygon is very interesting because it's first impression now, so it could function as a semi Mew check with first impression. Also like Scarfed Earthquake in general does like pretty well against me. Um, I did have some ground immunities. I don't have any ground immunities anymore. Yikes, I did not see that. Oopsie, I don't have ground immunity anymore. But yeah, I did have ground immunities, so Earthquake is okay, Outrage is also okay. Like, Scarf Flygon would not be bad necessarily. It would hit reasonably hard, and it, it could definitely be annoying to deal with, because I don't really have anything outfeed it. Um, Then there's Miltank. Miltank also Flygon is like the better ground type in my opinion, because it can actually with Scarf outspeed Typhlosion and kill it, instead of hoping I don't have Magnetrize. Although Tango is also a fighting type, so it could also still be me. Miltank is annoying rocker, heal bell, milk drink, annoying moves, toxic, earthquake, body slam. Like it's just fat and annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. Like it's like Among Us, but it's like it doesn't have a regenerator, thank God. But it's just annoying to deal with. So now I'm like 12 minutes in, and I haven't even. I'll just go over my team like really quickly. Mellow Vortex Extra Belt knockoff kills 80 in shield. Unless it's like King Shield, like actually max HP kills. Um, uh, does a lot to Darm Zen. I think it kills Darm Zen unless it's Z move. Uh, Play Rough kills Tangrowth uh, pretty quickly. Darm, Flygon, Ice Punch for Amoongus, for Tangrowth, for Flygon. Ironhead is there for Sylveon pretty much exclusively. Enough speed to outspeed the Feraligatr. Yes, the Feraligatr. Max attack adamant, rest and HP. Pretty simple set, standard for takes extra belt like I always run. Then there's Delta Mug with Lumberry, Earthquake, Recover, Toxic Gunk Shot. Toxic Gunk Shot. Enough speed for something. This might be the creeping no speed Zendarm. I have no idea. And then like max HP, a lot of defense and a bit of death. I'm not sure why. Um, I think this is my semi 80 check. I toxic everything except for the Amoongus and the 80. I earthquake both of those. I wall Amoongus forever, and that's like kind of the plan with this. Gunk shot for Sylveon because it gets heal bell. I think my top was like it can get rid of toxic, and it's annoying to deal with, and it's like kind of scary still. Just put gunk shot on it. I'm not sure. Recover for recovery. I probably should have like just put stealth rock over gunk shot to be honest. But okay. And that's Mach. Then I have Delta Lex, Cobra Berry, Thick Fat, Seed Bomb since it's Earthquake Toxic. This thing is designed to beat the Feraligatr Max Fist Death. A bit of death doesn't really matter. Seed Bomb, 2 it kills it, more than likely. I think most sets are just 2 it kills. Synthesis for recovery, Earthquake. Um, Earthquake is there for the things like Jolteon and Zendarm. In case I need to take a hit from them, also AG. Like it's decent extra coverage, and Toxic also allows me to, it's like the same set as this thing, Earthquake Toxic is I love the combination of Earthquake plus Toxic, it's just so good. So like Steel types and Poison types can be toxic, but they're weak to Earthquake. So like Like I always used to run like in UU Toxic Earthquake Gliscor, and it just so well. Now it's OU, I think, Gen 7 OU. I don't ladder since like Gen 6, and I hardly did it then. But it was fun to use Earthquake Toxic. And the Cobra Berry is because Aerial Ace is not a 2 KO anymore with the Cobra Berry. Without the Cobra, if I was leftovers, it would be like a roll at least. And that's not. I don't want to deal with rolls, so Cobra Berry. I'm safe for like rolls. Ice Punch shouldn't do that much because thick fat, and I do scale back. So this is my don't way to not lose to Feraligatr. I have to keep this thing healthy, at least as healthy as I can, and switch it on Feraligatr every single time. I need to switch this thing in on Feraligatr every single time, otherwise I just lose instantaneously. New Dragon Dance Earthquake Psychic Fangs Play Rough, enough speed to outspeed Delta Darm, Resonant Attack HP. You can see Barry for the HE with like Shadow Sneaks, Shadow Claw, whatever, Shadow Wall. Dragon Dance, Earthquake, also Dragon Dance, Earthquake. I don't know the calcs. Earthquake just does a lot to HE, does a lot to Jolteon, does a lot to Zendarm. Psychic Fangs just like if it's neutral, Psychic Fangs does a lot of damage. If it's so, like what resists Psychic Fangs? Darm Delta, Play Rough, Darm Zen, Earthquake, AT Earthquake, and that's like kind of the team or the set. Uh, this it looks okay. Like it looks to do well if I can get up a Dragonite against something stupid fat like Tangros or something. I don't know. That would be nice. But yeah, then I have Mega Delta Typhlosion, Lightning Rod pre-Mega, just to get like a speed boost from a Jolteon if Jolteon comes. Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Volt Switch. I click Stab against everything except Tangrowth or Guo against which I click Energy Ball. Feraligatr is I creeping Feraligatr with this should be able to kill it with like Thunderbolt probably. Regardless, Volt Switch does a lot of damage. This thing just isn't resisted by that much, and it just does a lot of damage to everything. I do have to watch out for like random earthquakes because a lot of my opponents can learn earthquake, and that's scary. Then we have Delta Surp, leftovers, multi-skill, Calm Mind, Slack Off, Scald, Ice Beam. This thing just puts in a lot of work because it just applies a lot of pressure, and there isn't not much my opponent can really do against this because Amoonguss gets hit really hard by this. Like, it just hits the defensive Pokemon really hard. Except for Sylveon, but Sylveon is annoying. Also creeping the... What? What's this? Is this 330? Why am I creeping Bayhorn? I'm creeping Milton comparatively. Oh no, Flygon. Creeping Flygon, not Feraligatr, I'm not sure why. Probably because I was not particularly scared of it. Because it can't hit me that hard, I can't hit it that hard. Calm Mind Recovery is just nice and Scald for burns. Yeah, that's kind of it. Jesus. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm probably just really tired. Next up, I have the battle. My opponent decided to bring the AG, let's see, AG, Delta, Tangrowth, Feraligatr, Mega Feraligatr, Zendarm, Amoonguss, and Meltank not bringing the Sylveon, the Jolteon, the Delta Sliggoo, the Delta Darm, and the Flygon. I decided to lead off with what did I lead off with? I probably just led off with like Muck. Let's see what I did. I led off with, oh yeah, the level of Typhlosion Delta because it applied immediate pressure to anything, and it's just really strong in general. It side click Volt Switch because in this case this thing has Earthquake. I don't want to die yet, so I just click Volt Switch here. And he stays in does a huge amount of damage to this Miltank because it is Fizz Death, I think. If it was Spadef, it would never take that much. And I go into my Mug as it goes for Stealth Rock. I think we just talked. He goes for Milk Drink as I Toxic it. Um, he goes for Toxic himself, but I do have the Lumberry as I go for Earthquake. And it doesn't do that much, like, it obviously is physically defensive. I probably shouldn't have stayed in here. I probably should have switched into the Typhlosion, but it could have predicted. I still didn't know this thing didn't have Earthquake, although you could like see that it might have Earthquake because it only has one more move, and if it's Earthquake, it literally can't touch two of my mons, even though I don't bring them most of the time. I didn't even see them bringing the rest of the season. So I just go for another Earthquake, putting it really low, pretty much forcing it to recover. I go back into my Typhlosion, and here I think I just click Flash Cannon to do as much damage to this thing as possible. As he goes into the Amoongus, I click Volt Switch again. That's fine too. As it go into Muck, my Amoongus answer. As it goes back into Miltank, I just click Earthquake because I had no reason not to. Here I just go for Earthquake. I don't know, I'm letting this thing take toxic damage. I guess I didn't really care for the Muck too much. I go for a recover on the Tangrowth. Here I go into my Superior as he goes doubles back into the Miltank. Here I just click Calm Mind. I'm just gonna decide to apply pressure because I'm tired of dealing with the with the Miltank and with the Amoongus, and I didn't want to deal with them anymore, so I just decided to apply offensive pressure immediately as he sacks his Miltank to get off a Toxic on my Superior, which is fair play. Goes into Amoongus as I go for Ice Beam, does a ton of damage. I don't expect my opponent to stay in. Wait, do I expect my opponent to stay in? I'm, I I do click the save Ice Beam. Here I think I click Ice Beam again because he would never sack his end arm. Here I think I click Ice Beam again in case he predicts me to predict him to switch out, but he switched out anyway, and I get the freeze on the H slash, and that kinda mattered a lot. I'm not sure. It's really hard to say what would have happened if this thing didn't get frozen, but it's definitely unfortunate that it did get frozen. Um, I just go into Delta Muck and click Earthquake. It's my response. I didn't want to get like an unlucky thaw, like unlucky thaw. It didn't deserve to be frozen to begin with, so I would have gone into Muck no matter what if it didn't get frozen. Here I just whittle this Tangrowth down as it keeps going for Focus Blast and doesn't miss a single one. And here I go into Mew as he like this is the turn he goes into front again. I'm like, I can't set up on this, but I think he doubled out in case I have like Will-O-Wisp and he didn't want to deal with that. And I go into my uh, wait, go into Mew and he went out in doubled out into the Darmanitan. And like, I can't let Lex die because if Dex dies, I lose. So I sacked my Muck, and it was like I I immediately went into Meloetta, but if this thing is Z move, Meloetta just dies, which is really unfortunate. But I just click knockoff here as he sacks the Tangrowth. I go knockoff into Ice Punch, which wait, doesn't really matter what I went for. Like I'm not choice. Went to the movies. I just decided to get the damage off and just put something to sleep so I don't have to deal with it with sleep anymore. As he goes out into Darmanitan, here I just decide to take the damage that I can take, and he kills me with Fire Blast because it's stupid strong. Go into Typhlosion as he goes into H slash. here's where the freeze might have mattered, because I did 44%, which I'm not entirely sure what my opponent's spread was, because against max HP, this was a roll in like I got a pretty high roll, so I should have definitely calced how much I would have done against max HP seeing this high roll, but because it's frozen, like the risk is way smaller for me. Like I should have volt switched if it wasn't frozen, but I don't know what I would have done if it wasn't frozen. He would have close combat with me if he lived, and I didn't. Like no matter what I did, I could have switched out into like uh could have I don't know if it would have killed Mellow, but like quote unquote sack Mellow, and I don't know what it would have happened. Well, Mellow was asleep, so it would have sacked Mellow regardless. So like, and then I would. It's, I don't want to like get into it, but like it would probably put me in a way worse situation and potentially made me lose the game. I, I'm not entirely sure. As he goes into Among Us, goes for Stomping Tantrum. I just want to keep getting damage on this thing because it's so stupid and annoying. I go for Thunderbolt on the switch as he selects the Darmanitan. I Volt Switch on the Among Us, go into my Meloetta. I don't really care about my Meloetta at this point. And here I burn a sleep turn, had nothing better to do, to be honest. He goes into Fratigator, tries to get Dragon is up on my Meloetta, but I still have my Snorlax in the back as my guaranteed answer. I turns out he doesn't have Aerial Ace, which may have killed me if he was Aerial Ace. It might have been a 2 kill, I'm not entirely sure, because it is a weaker move than Ice Punch, and I do have the Cobra Berry, so like, I'm not entirely sure if it would, like, it's like, wait, how much percent was I at? Was it 76? It would have been a roll, probably. Like, it would have been a roll to kill Aerial Ace. And if he got the roll, then I definitely lost instantly. Like, there's no doubt about that, but I comfort kind of comfortably live the ice punches, and I just go. And now he only has a Moongus left, and I can just stall it out. It probably didn't have no. It confirmed didn't have the synthesis, so I could just get damage off on it consistently, and like toxic plus HP fire enough, isn't fast enough, doesn't do damage to me fast enough. Here I and he like if he toxic like one turn earlier, it I might have won because of flash cannon rolls and like it would have been like 40%. It would have been interesting. Like I don't know how that would have went, but I definitely did get lucky. And did I deserve this win? Probably not. Did I need the win? Probably not. That like it doesn't matter to me that much. Like I would have still been like 5-1, but like this is it's definitely unfortunate for my opponent. Um, Me and Ben have been in this league for like a really long time already, and like he always keeps beating me, and he probably deserves to keep beating me. I just can't beat him somehow. But regardless, good game besides the freeze. Uh, if we play in playoffs, I hope I get like have like a bit long, take a bit more my time to prep, take my English, and also my transactions really help. Like looking at your my opponent's team, my transactions like Lucas, my transactions really help. Like they really help. Specifically, like one of them kinda checks AG like way more than any other thing I have. It kinda checks the nothing really else. Uh, it's okay. It's a decent AG check, but yeah, my transactions may have not made this match better, but it made like it. Should I tell the transactions or whatever? I'll just say what my transactions are. I went from where team build this one. There we go. And then we go not that this. Okay. Then we go to my team gang. I decided to drop these three. These three. I dropped these three for I don't know. Basically, you're like 50. Okay. For Ordino, for Garbodor, this is 75, I think. Yeah, okay. And for Turtonator, so like 36 or something. Okay, you are. Okay, so why did I make those transactions, and why did I choose these three instead of like over Delta Lilligant, Claydol, and Toxicroak? I didn't see myself bringing any of the three mons I dropped, like ever, except Toxicroak. I didn't bring Toxicroak in the game. I got forfeit win, because it has like a decent matchup, but like it's just an offensive mon on an already pretty offensive team, and it's not gonna be like the best. Well, like okay, the thing is, I knew I wanted to drop those three, but I didn't know what I wanted yet. So I wanted at least wait. Oh, there we go. I wanted to have at least one cleric, at least one poison type, like grounded poison type, and at least one hazard removal option. So I had like 20 options. Okay, no, I had like 10 options listed out, and I eventually thought like Garbodor's really nice for like hazard stack, and it's a decent defensive Pokemon. Get some cool options. Gets a ton of coverage. Gets I mainly got it for the typing and the hazard options, because now I don't have to bring new T-Spike new if you want to bring T-Spikes. Like this thing just gets a lot of coverage. Gets body press. Wow, body press is actually kind of cool. It just gets a lot of options, and it's a decent defensive option. I like it. Then I want the cleric, and I think that Audino is actually one of the best cleric, like best wish passers in the game, like in existence, because it's access to regenerator plus wish. So wait, does this thing get teleport? That's like actually a question. Does this thing get teleport? It doesn't not get teleport, unfortunately. But it gets regenerated plus wish, which means it can click wish, switch out, and still get health itself. Which is like why I think Agno and Alamomola are like the two best wish passers, because they aren't pressured to stay in after clicking wish. Like they can freely switch out and don't really worry at all, because they'll get 30% back themselves and heal like 80% of whatever's coming in. So that's why I think Audno is a really good wish passer. Also gets heal bell, which is honestly the main reason I got it. It gets healing wish, if in case I want to do that. It gets a ton of coverage. Gets like ice beam, gets bolt beam, gets surf throw. What the hell does this thing get moves? Gets trick room. I just think it's hella moves. Why? I don't get it, but it does. And that's the point. Get screens. It's okay. This thing is just weird. It's stupid coverage. I don't know, but it's a good wish passer, good cleric. I like it. It's a ghost resist. Yeah, Artno is really annoying to deal with. And on my like the thing is why I wanted the cleric is because I have like a really bulky offensive team, and Toxic Slam is really good against me. So like that's why I want to ground the poison too, because Toxic Splash would really hurt me. and Garbodor is a good ground poison type. One which I'll bring like to at least 2 games, I think, probably. Who knows? Then I have Turtonator, and Turtonator is actually like extreme value. It has Body Press, because Rapid Spin. I don't know if it had Rapid Spin before, but it definitely has Rapid Spin now. Get Smash in one or in Smash in like more offensive sets. It's Will-O-Wisp. Get wait what? Okay, never mind. It's Head Smash. Does it get Heat Crash? Gets Heat Crash, which is really cool. I don't know exactly how heavy this thing is, but it's like pretty strong. And like it's a really good fist Deathball. Like body press on this thing hurts real bad. Um, it has decent defensive options. With boots, it's a really good spinner too. I guess in general, just one of the best hazard removers in Tier 5, and I'm happy I got it. So this is the new team. Order. I have OCD. I need to have these things ordered. My speed tiers are like garbage now, but that's fine. I have nothing between 100 and 75, and that's fine because it's fine. Yes. But I like the mons a lot more, and let's just see how this works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's the game and everything I did. Um, and I'll try to get like a live recording of the team builder up for the next week, which I haven't built yet. I have hardly looked at the matchup, so like I will go in pretty much on like I have no ideas yet. I have nothing built yet, so I'll pretty much go into a blind, which could be very interesting, seeing like my perspective on team building. But yeah, for now, goodbye.